Hello, everyone, and welcome to ZSR2. We are here today with a wonderful Wind Waker Randomizer matchup in our Group Gohma Loser Bracket quarterfinals. Bonbei versus Wooper. Just so you don't have to listen to my pollen, nasally self, I have some wonderful commentators for you today, with Advo and Vamilia. And on tracking, we have Lotta and Vibrant Viola. So why don't the two of you take it away from me?
Hi.
I haven't been able to catch one of these in a while, and it's already so close to finals. Like, wow.
The first round was already close to finals, to be fair. With groups of 7, it's like they're growing up so fast.
So tell me a little bit about what we can expect with this race, Advo.
Yeah, well, we have, since this is Miniblins, we have our fun little beginners tournament. And especially today, we're in the in Group Gohma, which means these are some of our actually new fresh runners, which is always exciting to see, in my opinion. And yeah, we have two dungeon race mode, and then obviously the bunch of overworld. We've got to start in 5 seconds, so we'll see where the hints are. We have, as per usual, we have hints, like our path, Baron, and location hints. I don't think we have them tracked yet. We'll see if somebody takes care of that. And yeah, we'll talk to Coral to find out. We have Forsaken Fortress to ET. And the male to Forsaken Fortress. Then yeah, the Eastern Fairy Island is nothing. Mother and Child is nothing. It's nothing special. Nothing in Ganon Maze. Ghost Ship is dead. That's always nice. The Null from Arrow is a sword. That's nice to know.
So Forsaken Fortress, definitely a pretty nice dungeon to get. So we got a good mix between some of the longer and some of the shorter options today.
Yeah, we literally have the longest and the shortest. And we have the grappling hook as a starting item. That definitely is pretty chill. Especially because that means, for example, that if you do some chest storage shenanigans, you can do the Cliff Plat, Thorn Fairy, Bird's Peak route right away. Because grapple allows you to clip into Bird's Peak. And you can use the storage to go to Thorned. And
it looks like Bonbei was really debating where she wanted to go.
Yeah, she was close to going down the cliff, which definitely could have been a good play. Going to Windfall is never bad, though. It's a lot of early checks that are really easy to get knocked out of the way. So have a little divergence here. We're going to Outset, which is also a very classic start here, because you can get the 2 checks here. Potentially peek Headstone, and a seed like this. I don't know if they'll go for it, since Headstone is also where Wind Temple is. Well, there's Skullhammer right away.
Okay.
But yeah, since Headstone is where Earth Temple is, you might not want to peek that so early, in case you can just knock it out when you go to Earth Temple anyway. But obviously that might be really late, so you never know. Checking out what is on Beetle here, while Bonbei is talking to Miss Marie to set up a bottle. It's unfortunate for Rupert that they couldn't pick that up before going to Outset to also get Grandma, especially because males pass for Forsaken Fortress, so Grandma could give us something that leads us to Forsaken Fortress, which we now know is with high likelihood bombs. The other options would be Leaf or Hookshot. Shout out to No Starting Progress. Yeah, indeed.
I am indeed one of the fans of saying we always rescue Grandma, so.
Bonbei is doing the hide and seek minigame. Vanilla, not going for lens or door cancel as a lot of other runners are, which is understandable. You don't have a Picto box, so if you do lens or door cancel, you couldn't get Pompey and Vera quite yet, which could mean you have to go back in there, which is obviously not quite optimal. So also they might just not know. That's obviously also very possible. So yeah, and now Wooper is now going for the mentioned Cliffplat, Thorn, Bird's Peak route.
Yep.
Peeking what is on the small island. I think that is spiky. The screen is very small, so as always, I cannot see.
Yeah, I'm never good at seeing the peaks. They go so fast.
Yeah, it's true. But I think I was spiky. Alright, Bonbei picking up a shard from Todd here. Yeah, as I said, wooper was not gonna go to headstone to peek that chest just because, like, yeah, Earth Temple is right there, so maybe if it's not as important, then you can just get that later.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna see the first chest storage. Doing a little safety save in case things go wrong, because it's gonna be definitely like, very punishing if you fail this.
Hey, we love a good safety save.
Exactly. Better safe than sorry. Yeah, the first chest storage of the run. And I'll explain more about that once we get there. Since we in Wind Waker, the ones who don't know much about Wind Waker Rando might be confused by what's happening. Especially because a lot of the other randomizers like don't allow a lot of their big glitches, which is not the same for Wind Waker. We have basically a list of banned tricks instead of a list of allowed tricks. The ghost ship chart on Bonbei's side, which is useless since we know that there's nothing. We're struggling a little bit with this storage here. It's difficult. It's a 2-frame trick into a frame-perfect trick. Not exactly easy. Even if top runners will make it look easy.
That makes a really interesting kind of introduction to play for this game, is because you have, right, storage is one of the biggest tricks, but it's a complicated trick.
It's true. It might also just be like the tournament nerves. This is loser's bracket. If you lose this match, you're out of the tournament. So like, the anxiety is definitely always high.
Yeah. Okay, we got another spiky here. Boomerang.
Boomerang. That's at least unlocks like just stuff from Dragon Roost, for example.
I don't think it's in these settings, but like one of my favorite things that happens every once in a while with settings for Wind Waker is when we have platforms on, specifically the ones that have the cannons.
Yes, that is something that
the boomerang goes from like one of the worst options to one of the best items.
It's true. Oh, wooper is really struggling here, unfortunately.
They're gonna get it. I believe in them.
Yeah, they're definitely nervous. They were practicing their storages a little bit, and they were just like also not going well today. It happens. That's kind of just how tournaments go sometimes. There we go.
Yeah.
Alright, Bonbei, as I said, is going to Dragon Roost now with that freshly obtained boomerang. Again, nothing in our cliff, but yeah, now we have chest storage. With that, we can basically, yeah, store the cutscene of Link opening the chest, which gives us a much smaller hitbox. Sadly failing to jump in there. We're a little too far to the right. And that gives Link a very tiny hitbox, which allows us to do things like this, where we walk up walls.
Also great question, Lotta. I have no idea what this model is. It looks cute though.
It does look cute. I also have never seen it on anybody else. Alright, and now Bonbei also going for her first chest storage. Okay, there's a going better on top of Cliffpad, and Bonbei also not struggling all that much on Dragon Roost. Very nice. Using the telescope to peek this chest, and it's nothing, so you can just dip again. It is a lot. It is very, very slow to get that fly across platforms check with like vanilla, since you have to like go inside, walk up Dragon Roost, leave all the way across the platform, which takes forever.
The storage strat really is so much better, but the fact that we can just peek it, ideal.
It's true, yeah. And so, yeah, I have not mentioned, but we have chest type matches content, as in pretty much every tournament since Season 5, where basically wooden chests are not required, and then there's the spiky chests, which are the required items, and then in dungeons there are like blue and golden chests that are the keys. Alright, yeah, and as mentioned, Wooper is going to Thorn Fairy here. Just gonna walk through that wall. Just classic chest storage shenanigans. They saved at Bird's Peak, so if this is nothing, they can even soft reset to get back there quicker. Meanwhile, Bonbei is checking out what is in paw print. They have the grapple, you can easily skip the left boulder check. So it's an easy 3 out of 4 here for them.
Yep.
Okay, and
just
nothing on the Thorn Fairy. There's the bait bag. Oh, Wooper being a little bit forgetting about the strategy, forgetting that you can't leave this island if you come in here with chest storage, since they didn't actually destroy the bulbs. Also, they would have had hammer, so they wouldn't even have had to store the top chest, which they could have just used grapple for Bird's Peak and went further with hammer for Thorn Fairy. That is probably just like some of the anxiety and like not even thinking quite clearly, like, oh, I started with grapple, I want to do Cliff Plat Thorn, then Bird's Peak, and forgetting what the fact that they found hammer and can do this easier.
I mean, I'm sure part of it is also just like, right, you're feeling nervous, you're gonna go with things that are a little more muscle memory.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, here, this is the boulder skip on Bonbei's side. Very simple, you just sidle behind that boulder and can walk up. Oh, that's unfortunate. Like, kind of like got a weird angle and like walked up the boulder on the wrong side, so now they have to do it again, because I don't think they could actually see the chest. Or it was spiky and they could see it. Okay, here's the grapple skip for Bird's Peak on Wooper's side. You can, if you grapple that post through the wall.
This was the first trick I learned when I was playing.
It's a fun one. You kind of just have to like have a good.
Really cool.
It is really cool. Well, good thing they went back there. There's a sword. You can go in there and Link will swing partially into the wall if you wait for long enough.
We are truly building up a Forsaken Fortress starter kit here between our two runners.
Yeah. It's true. We only need bomb. Like, we mainly need bombs still. There you go. There it is.
Very nice.
Now we'll see if. I assume that. Yeah, I would assume that Bonbei goes up to Crescent here, because that's 2 physio checks. Can pick up the bottle from Beetle here, which allows them to also go to save Grandma on the same trip to Outset, which is very nice. Nothing on Bird's Peak. Pick up some money here to also be able to buy a said bottle. Bonbei also at the same time can buy the bait if she wanted to, but she decides not to. Fair enough. Can do it at a later point pretty easily.
I mean, I'm always a fan of using the bait strats on Puppet Cannon, but I'm a little biased. It's
fun.
Not the fastest strategy, but it brings me joy.
On PGA3, it is actually one of the fastest strategies. Bobby, our very top runner, like uses bait strats basically all the time. This is his like favorite strat. Wooper arriving.
Well, shout out to Bobby because I agree.
Wooper arriving at Windfall here at nighttime, so they had to change the time of day. Mirror Shield on Crescent, so that's an important item for Earth Temple, I mean. Then checking out what's in the submarine. Our good old timer submarine. It's just like, it doesn't matter how many Miniblins you kill on the submarine, except as long as you defeat the first one, the rest of the submarine is just on a timer.
Yep.
Still gonna peek it,
try
obviously.
to peek first.
That's nothing. So
No.
you don't have to wait.
One of the very few ones I can actually sometimes see when people peek.
Right, Bonbei going to mother and child, that's nothing, but just picking up the fairy from there makes total sense. And then probably heading to, probably means she's heading to outset right after this. Bonbei could also get this check on headstone if she wanted to. Like, it makes a lot more sense to go there if you can actually get it, even if you come back for Earth Temple. But just peeking it to see if you need it later, if you have to go back, makes a little bit less sense. So we'll see if she decides to go for that. Another strat you could go for after outset would be Diamond Step early, the other way. But, oh, nice first try storage. Bonbei probably realized that she could have bought that bait a little earlier, but now we're going to pick up it now. Especially if you need it for Needle Rock as well later, and you're like, ooh, where do I buy a pair now? It's like kind of weird to route it in sometimes.
Yeah.
It's definitely good to get that when you actually have the opportunity to. And yeah, here on Wooper's side we see what we call Lenzo Door Cancel. I spoke about how chest storage gives us a really tiny hitbox, but Door Cancel basically removes it entirely. Oh yeah, nobody did this stuff. Foolish Locations is... Can I do this? I can do this, right? Eastern Fairy. And, what was the other one? Mother and Child.
Dead, Mother and Child. And, oh no, what was the other one?
Ghost Ship.
Yes.
Ganon Maze. Ghost Ship. I'm so slow at typing because I'm holding... my setup is incredibly weird. I'm sitting in an almost empty room with my mic in my hand because I can't sit right next to Wooper because we're living together. FF to ET. I don't know, I just have like a little on the thingy, there's just like a hint dashboard that I can use. Mail to FF. And then item locations. Arrow mail. Sorry, I'm narrating this, but otherwise I might be mistaken. Somebody can correct me. Alright. Did that work? Oh yeah, now Wooper can... Well, somebody else has to check if the hints are working. I'm not logged into the Twitch chat on this. Yeah, now Wooper can catch these kids a little bit weirdly, with basic, hitbox being able to jump through walls. And, Grandma led us to more mail. Very nice. That could still lead us to Forsaken Fortress things. And yeah, we will see the biggest part of the trick that Wooper is doing here is so that you can break into Lenzo's house early, which is why we call it Lenzo Door Cancel, even though we did not door cancel on Lenzo's door. Yeah, you can just kind of...
Also, for Bonbei, I love Mesa Skip Skip.
It's true, especially because she had to pass time with her grandma mail anyway. Picking up that skull hammer now. Okay, there's one check, which luckily did not go back from the door.
And geez, we do need that.
You do need that. It is not if you do Lenzo Door Cancel, it's not exactly what you want to find. You want to find something with a little more value to really make that give you a lead, and the cheese is kind of just well, you need it, but especially if you need to come back with Pompey and Vera, it's just kind of a little slow. It didn't actually give you an advantage now. Well, if you could find
you, that's a piece of the Triumph Forks.
Okay, we have more mail. After mail, we had mail. More mail.
We love a mail chain.
We love a mail chain. It gets increasingly more likely that this is our path to Forsaken Fortress, since it is all the mail. If Mrs. bombs now, it even gets us more mail as well.
Hookshot.
Hookshot. Okay, well that would lead us to Diamond Step mostly, which could then still be the path item, the path hint, which would be actually pretty good for Bonbei here, because it's not quite as like it's not the best case scenario for Wooper, since Wooper would have to go back to Outset here just for Grandma, which does not feel amazing. So this is actually a pretty good situation for Bonbei, that they managed to get this in all in one swoop. Some girls sailing. Bonbei's route is working out pretty well. Yeah, they have to. That definitely paid off that they managed to get Grandma there. But maybe the fact that mail is passed to Forsaken Fortress will bring Wooper back to Outset earlier than they might otherwise. And also because they really like having Soup, because it's just like such a nice safety net.
And it's also nice that for Bonbei that she was able to get the hook shot, so she didn't have to do Diamond Step early, because like,
yeah, definitely.
It's a cool trick, but like, it's just nicer to, let's say, let me just use the hook shot.
That's very true.
Well, Starfall, to the best of my knowledge, there is not a Wooper model. However, we will happily take Conductor Link.
Yeah, DS Conductor Link is so cool. I would never play with that, because like, especially the bow is so weird and chunky. But I can't argue with the fact that it looks awesome. Right, now Wooper's going for the Dual Dragon Roost checks. Going through Diamond Step. Will we find
let's see what
inside?
this is.
Pictobox. More chain, potentially. Alright, yeah, we're actually close enough. We can throw the boomerang a lot further from the boat than we can from just from land. See, we will do the same strat that Bonbei was doing earlier. Second try, very good. That will make them feel a lot better about after the cliff flat storage.
And Bonbei is indeed heading to FF.
Forsaken Fortress. Oh yeah, shoot, yeah, the hookshot could also just be that path item to Forsaken Fortress, as long as the shot is locking the loop. And they're going for the Wind Waker dive strat. Yeah, do you think this here, the upcoming corner, is the correct one? Oop, well, that's a sail. Yeah, you can Wind Waker dive underneath the island here to break in. The other option would be to just let the cannons shoot. Just let the cannons shoot the door down. We're picking up the bottle. Hopefully going back for Grandma pretty soon. Oh, I do like this dreaded Bonbei is using. It's just kind of fun. And Wooper is deciding to check out what is on top of the tree. Leaving Pop Print behind for now. Just fine, not trying to get the bombs or power bracelets to be able to do that in one trip. Which makes total sense.
And Pop Rent isn't too hard to get back to.
That's very true. Leaving the room from here and then going back to the Phantom Gaming fight. Not a lot I can't really see, but I do like it. It makes sense. We're seeing some tennis on Bonbei's side. It's time for tennis. Very nice. No soup dupe. Can, with a little frame perfect trick when you drink your soup on the same frame you pause the game and equip something over the soup, you just don't actually use your soup. That goes with everything consumable. The same goes for
your little highway pavers, your bait, all that jazz.
Exactly, fairies. You can't even refill, can fill soup into an empty bottle. Like if you use a full soup onto and then equip an empty bottle over it, then it gives you half a soup.
Pretty nice.
It is very nice. Right, we'll see what is inside Forsaken Fortress. We know Forsaken Fortress is path to Earth Temple, which is probably why Bonbei decided to come here early. Without bombs or anything. Wooper is going to Bomb Island to check out the submarine.
Okay.
That's it, bro.
Oh.
The chest here. There's no really any way to get back without leave, so we just have to walk along like a little bit the way on the bottom, which is in some ways longer, in some ways shorter. You don't have to walk through loading zones, but if you have to go to the Bokoblin chest, you obviously have to climb up this ladder and then like, go to the other side, which is very slow. Nothing in the submarine.
Good old Miniblins, always doing their best to get some praise from, their boss.
Alright, now we're deciding to go back for grandma. It's will be very good for them to get all that stuff out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Fun little mail chain. Good thing that Ghost Ship is not in Logic, so that we don't mess up our Ghost Ship cycle like crazy here. This is their tournament.
It is their tournament. Absolutely.
Yeah, currently it's if the hookshot is not the path item to Forsaken Fortress from the mail, then it is quite likely that the bombs could be on Pompey and Vera, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Bonbei is going for a chest storage strat now. We'll store the Phantom Ganon chest. Nice, there it is. And you can climb up on the side of FF here. A lot faster than walking through all those load zones that exist. Can get a little messy sometimes when you walk through the wall weirdly. Yeah, nice. Like, corrected themselves. That could have been a little bit scary there. Very good. And then you can walk up the next wall here. Oh, okay, they just decide to go around. And does this even work? Can you even sidle across this with wheelchair storage? I suppose not. On the next one, there is a grapple spot. Oh, you can just kind of walk. Huh. Interesting. I've never done this. Checks out with your tiny your tiny hitbox. Oh, don't fall. That's pretty punishing if you fall down here. But yeah, there's a grapple spot. A lot of people might not know about that one. But yeah, that's definitely a new way of climbing up here. More mail for weird, going a little mail chain. Oh, they're leaving potentially. Instead of getting the mail here, that's quite unfortunate for them. Guess they're now deciding to go. Oh, never mind. Maybe they're going to. Back to Poplin. That is really unfortunate. If they went to. Would have gotten a hook shot, then they could have gotten the picture box and that check here. That's unfortunate.
But of course, they don't know that.
It's true. Exactly. It's just sometimes the randomizer is like that it just does not work out in your favor.
Sometimes you just get randoed.
Okay, sure. Definitely know who that is. But thank you for finding it out. Here, for everybody who is interested. Okay, now the next chest storage trap on Bonbei side. We don't want to fight Hammerrock King Vanilla. So that's why we can store the cutscene and then can move inside the cutscene and gain us a little bit of an advantage here. Very nice. I'm sure Wooper, if they get the mail here, will be a little bit disappointed that they didn't get that earlier. And could have done Diamond Step right after. Well, actually, never mind. This is for Roar's Pearl. Don't even worry about it. That's not even. That's just the next mail.
Yeah, they had to finish their mail chain. They weren't finished with their mail chain yet.
Exactly. We need more mail. It's time for Pompey and Vera to then give us no Tamam to have more mail.
Of course, of course.
Oh, Bonbei still. Okay, no, there they go. I was going to say Bonbei still have to pull at Wind Waker to cancel their storage. Ooh, Hellmark landed quite far away. If it's not coming any closer, that could be a little a tricky situation.
Come on, birdie. You can do it.
Oh, no, that's still more wind. That's unfortunate. It might actually fly away after this, which could very much mess up the entire thing. Yep, there it goes. Indeed, it might come back with Lago's fixes. It is possible for Helmrock to come back here. It is just kind of slow.
Okay.
There he is again. Very nice.
Oh.
At least not a soft block that you like have to soft reset, save warp and like walk all the way back up. So that's at least
good. Those fixes really make such a difference with this fight.
That's true.
Right? I mean, I've been around the community for a while. You have too by now, right? There have been races won and lost based on Helmarok RNG.
Definitely. I've been soft locked many times. I've actually been soft locked on my very first race after the fix. After the fixed first race, still got soft locked.
No.
I was considering writing a strongly worded email to Mr. Lago Lujic. I'm just kidding. Lago's awesome.
Yeah.
Right,
huge appreciation for Lago. Oh, hey, you know we were talking about mail chain? We just got something to help continue our mail chain.
Yeah, we do need a letter to read first, but we will get more mail.
We're working on it. We're working on it.
It's true. We are getting more mail because of Arrow Mail, obviously. Alright, and now Cooper is picking up Paria Pair to go to Needle Rock Chest after Diamond Step, since they are running pretty low on locations. So far, Bonbei's route has definitely worked out quite nicely. That early first second fortress with them at least getting them the bow is pretty good. Okay. Oh, never mind. I thought people might be checking out what is on Hitstone, but they're just getting a little lost here on the scene. It is not easy to remember which ways to go from everywhere. And there's so much other stuff to learn when you just start to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and now Bonbei is going for the cliff plat chain. Even now, after 33 minutes of playing, still not able to clear Bomb Island afterwards, which is right there. We've neither found... Oop, that was nice little ledge grab. Neither found power bracelets or bombs yet. We'll pick up that Picto Box. You'll probably be wondering where the path item is.
I mean, we're just hoping like this isn't like the last Wind Waker race that I managed to commentate where we just didn't get bombs.
The no bombs is kind of not great, but we know we have to get bombs, at least. Right, now Bonbei doing the same strategy here, which is kind of trading some checks that the other person has not done yet. Has already done, I mean. Diamond stick forward. Nope. Nope, oh, there goes the Floor Master.
Bombs on top of Cabana would be pretty funny.
That would be funny, that is quite definitely possible.
They might just be sitting there, just waiting for folks.
Right, Bonbei also still going for the storage strat, even though they have grapple and a very nice one. I mean, it is also something I have also done this at the beginning. I was like so not comfortable with that grapple strat that I was like, I will still do the storage route anyway. Oh, listening to our friend the Korok, who has a lot to say. That Korok is talking.
Well, that would be quite fitting if it was bombs on Bob Islands.
It would be quite fitting, but it is not gonna happen. Because wooper has already done Bomb Islands.
It's okay, there's always more races where it could happen.
That's true. Bonbei taking the storage to BPR instead of Thorned, saving a little bit of Sail there. Wait, picking up the sword from Arrow now. Peeking this chick is terrible. There's like so much cliff and bushes and everything in the way. It's so bad to see it. It's basically impossible. Oh, Bonbei going for this strat, like to jump on top of it. Okay, spiky here. Now we have to play a little bit of seagull. We're LARPing as a seagull. There are many different ways to climb up this ledge. This is not one I usually choose. Bonbei's making it work on the second try. Oh, the birds are coming. Alright.
Oh no!
Oh, I missed it. Oh no. That's scary, that's
Come
scary.
on, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Okay.
Oh, it's very sketchy.
Ooh, that was exciting.
Hello, that drives the blood pressure up. Alright, what do we have here? More cheese. Still not what you want to find, kind of. For something as out of the way as this. I'm sure wooper is stressed about everything that is happening currently. They're probably going to islet from here, since we don't have bombs, but you can't easily break in. You know will not give us bombs, that's for sure. Well, we are slowly it's a weird one. It's very major route divergences here. We're notoriously having a little bit of trouble with this. Jump up there. Oh, good right bird. This jump is not exactly easy.
I mean, at this point, it only needs one more hit from friendly fire. It can get.
Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate that one didn't hit it. There it goes.
It works.
Yep. I'm picking up a heart piece from Thorn Fairy. Yeah, it's true. There's also this random gunboat at paw print. Out. Spiky chest on the side, which is not here. More cheese. Going
I
so
mean,
far.
we do need it.
It's true, but it's not exact. I'm sure it's not exactly what they want to find. They want to find leaf, bombs, a bow, anything that, or power braids. It opens up anything. Currently, one of the main locations is still Angular. Angular has still the 2 for 2.
I mean, I am an angular enjoyer. I've been sitting here. We've had Mirror Shield for a second.
It's true. Mirror has been Sphere 0 the entire time. Cooper decides to check out top of Headstone first. Don't do the Cabanity skip. It sucks. If Cabanity is in a barren location, you'll waste your time. Alright, what do we have on top of Headstone?
And what do we have from Cyclops? We'll find out soon.
True.
I cannot
Did you
see
know
that.
that FF
Is that a rupee?
I'm not quite sure. I wasn't looking. I mean, Disney probably couldn't have seen it anyway.
That's a yellow rupee.
I don't know if that could just be a shard. There are so many yellow things in this game. I would also rather be saved than sorry if I couldn't quite see it. But yeah, we know that FF is path to ET, and we have not actually gotten anything that is specifically good for ET except the bow potentially with Fire Ice. Or the delivery bag.
I completely missed what Bonbei just got.
Yep,
there we go. Oh, that's cheese. I'm glad that Wooper looked and didn't just go like my brain did. Oh, that's a yellow rupee.
Yep,
That was cheese.
There's the cheese, there's Tingle statues, yellow rupees, a lot of yellow things. Alright, and now Wooper's going to Angular from over here. That makes sense. And yeah,
we love a good bow-locked bow.
It's true. That unlocks quite some nice routing for Bonbei here. Can do, because Bonbei can now do Southern, Ice Ring, and then Angular. That feels very nice. Well, yeah, so far we have had major route divergences. The main thing that Wooper has found that Bonbei has not found is a lot of cheese. And I mean, I know they enjoy cheese, but I'm sure they would also enjoy other things.
But they're about to do Best Island, so like maybe they're gonna find some real good stuff.
I'm not so sure about that one, you know. Not sure if I agree with this being the best island.
You're allowed to have a different opinion.
Hookshot making this a little bit easier. Water level is not making it easier, that's for sure. So go a little further away from the wall to be able to see the chest clearly.
It is spiky though.
It's true. The worst Sphere 0 check around. Oh, no, that doesn't work. Do I affect my chest maybe?
It's more cheese.
Well, jeez. I can feel the negative energies through 3 rooms and feel like that's hilarious. Yeah, you are not bad location. Yeah, that's crazy. Alright, let's see. Is Angular Cave anything? It is not. Alright, what will Wooper do now? There is the picture box, which is potentially just the bombs from Pompey and Vera. That could very well be the path in from a long, long mail chain.
I mean, that would be kind of neat.
And we will find what is on top of Cabana here. Okay, Wooper also decides to just do second focus early now. Has had enough of Overworld. I did not
I
actually
mean,
see
not bad, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
beating
not-
dungeons, always good. You're gonna get another sword after this.
The bombs are kind of in a weird position. I think they sailed a little bit too closely to the wall here, to the door. All right, is
What's
this
on
gonna
top
be
here?
bombs? It's the bombs on top of Cabana. Crystal is right all along. Never doubt Crystal. We're kind of getting messed up here by the cannons. That's really unfortunate. It cost him quite a bit of time there, unfortunately. That's very frustrating for him. Alright, second try. Now, please, would you please friendly fire? Oh, that's so unfortunate for them.
Alright, we're getting a few more hits.
Come on. Do us a little favor, you do your job wrong. This is so unfortunate for them. Meanwhile, Bonbei getting the nice little hammer strikes.
There we are.
There you go. Bonbei doing the hammer strikes to the wall. Very nice. 2 first tries, very good.
Okay, that is a spiky. Power bracelets. Alright.
That does open up ET for us. It's kind of not great to have ET without Leaf, but I mean, with the seed so far, nothing keeps Leaf from being inside Earth Temple. I've not actually seen anything that requires
another
that.
spiky.
Oh wow, this is pretty. There's that last piece of tree that we don't know about yet. So yeah, if the leaf is not at Windfall currently, it could still be on Needle Rock or on that one check on Paw Print. But otherwise, it is, I think, inside of Earth Temple.
Oh, the beautiful sound of Miniblins.
Let's go ledge grab there. Oh yeah, we have not actually done icing. Of course, once we said icing and stuff.
No, we only just got access to do it not too long ago.
Yeah, I thought Bonbei was doing that before Private Oasis, but I guess not. Makes sense, since she went southern and then went up to Oasis, so she could go down to icing and then down to Anger. That does totally make sense. Right, we will now pick up their bow.
And there's the bow for Wooper.
The ice physics messing a little bit Bonbei here, but managed to not fall into the water. Yeah, bombs and powder, we understand, only is kind of fun. Some ice from chest. Another iron boots.
That would be very funny.
For more trolls.
Leave.
Oh, there's the leaf.
Okay. So I suppose the question that I don't know the answer to is, how likely is Wooper to do Ice Ring before the second dungeon?
I think very likely. Like, I mean, they have to find power bases now still anyway, so that's one big thing that will push them in that direction. They would have to do cycles, obviously, before that. But I feel like they will want to look to have that leaf. Alright, we're going for this strat. It's a lot easier than trying to jump straight into the load zone if you don't have the leaf.
Mm-hmm. I've seen people have bad times with that strat without the leaf.
Yeah, wooper had a bad time with that on the last race against Games, which is one of the like, very major time losses in that game. Yeah, that
But I
was
mean, I
enough
suppose either you or I saying that we've seen things doesn't mean too much since we've been around for several seasons now.
Yeah, that was indeed blocked by hookshot, that is true.
It was a little bit of a wild logic chain, but it was locked by hookshot.
Chris, it is true, I'm sure you're jumping through those right. But you've also been around for a little bit longer than our two runners here. Alright, now Bonbei can go for a nice route of Great Fish, Eyelet, Needle Rock. That works out a lot better than what we got to do. Bonbei definitely having a lot more, the route working out a lot better than Wooper's here. This is a storage spot that we were struggling with earlier in practice, but now they got it much quicker. That's very nice.
1, 2, 3, hop, hop. Very good. We love our setups.
Alright. Oh, I thought the orange.
For being able to get a bit of time back with how their birds behaving.
That's true.
Meanwhile, Bonbei is clearing up a lot of the sea stuff that Wooper has already done.
Yeah, but Gohma will be able to do the Needle Rock Cave as well.
Yeah.
Which is, and be able to not have to LARP as a seagull, which will save them a little bit of time. So we're picking up the delivery bag now. We'll see where they are going afterwards. There's not many great checks that they have open right now. They have Cyclos, Pompey and Vera, and the top of Cabana. Not exactly the most comfortable locations to go to. Oh, Bonbei, leaving.
I believe so.
Lava.
We know where all the Triforce are.
That's true.
I think a sword and a bow is really what we're missing for no mode.
That's true, which is it's highly likely that's it could both be an Earth Temple, since we know that how the game works, that like the bosses must have a spiky chest basically. It doesn't have to be useful. It could still be Iron Boots or a second bottle, but like it has to be spiky, which obviously increases the odds of it being something useful. Yes, so 3-string no mode is a sword and a bow.
Unfortunately, we will not be baited into Balto Percent because one of those bottles is on Beetle.
Oh, that's true.
The expensive Beetle.
Oh, okay, Bonbei might not be aware that you can shoot that bird up there with fire arrows, so she's also doing the seagull strat. Alright, and we're just now talking to Lenzo to do Pompey and Vera. We'll find out what that is. I assume they will go down to Cyclos right after this, which will be very nice for them because then they can do a lot less stressful on Bonbei's side here with the Seagull. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, after Wooper gets the fire and ice arrows, they'll be able to go to Southern Fairy, then Ice Ring, and then up to Private Oasis, which will still work out very nicely for them. One thing that could Bonbei, that could definitely be a big factor for Bonbei is actually if this chest is spiky, because it is possible that Wooper might just go into Earth Temple afterwards. After they found all that stuff. I do know that Wooper, I did teach Wooper how to do blind lens or door cancel. They might not be feeling like it today after how the race has been going so far, so they're deciding to ride the windmill. Which is very understandable. Blind lens or door cancel sure is a trick. Alright, this is not spiky. In Needle Rock Cave. Where will Bonbei go from here? We know that there's a shard on top of the Deku tree, or was it Tingle? That might have been a Tingle statue, actually. I don't remember. Oh, that's all dangerous there. Okay. I save.
Okay, we got it.
Never worried. Oh, more mail on Bonbei side. I think it's the bomb mail probably they have not picked up yet. Yeah, it's the bomb mail. What is that? Nothing, just a dreadful short. Not even a cool one. Not even 23. Oh, I was wondering if Bonbei would go the vanilla way in there, but Bonbei's just like waiting for Beetle to go a little bit further. That makes sense. Having a little safe jump on top of this ship for the Wind Waker dive. Alright, what will Pompey and Vera have for this here? Will it be anything? In my experience,
Well, they definitely have some gossip.
Yeah, that's true, they have lots of gossip. In my experience, Pompey and Vera never has anything.
I'm Boots.
They sure have some fancy boots, which are basically nothing. Your favorite trick is for Genji Talk Guns? Yeah, it is a real classic, I will say. Alright, yeah, now Wooper's going to Cyclos, very important. And they can do the nice little route that I talked about, Southern. They can even do Bomb Island afterwards. They can do Southern, Ice Ring, Oasis, Bomb Island. Which works out really nicely for them, actually. Now we'll see if Bonbei decides to still go for windfall checks and everything around there, or just goes for just sends it.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing what you mean about how that bow would definitely take some getting used to in the conductor link model.
Yep, it is quite. The arrows are quite thick. Which shards is Bonbei's? Bonbei's missing a shard on top of Headstone. Oh, that. The wind is not. Well, it's not optimal, but it's power stones. What's the other shard that Bonbei is missing? Oh, it's in Menzo's house, right. OG Vacationing. Oh my god, that is a terrible model. That is terrible. Yeah, it has, like,
no, it's not as bad as that.
It's definitely not as bad as that.
I think that might be the worst bow.
I do agree. I mean, yes, Link has not needed like an update that doesn't have this bow on like Vacation Link. So I mean,
They updated the Vacation Link bow, so it's not as bad as the original version.
Exactly, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because like they updated that one so that it doesn't suck as bad. DS Link has not needed that yet, so it can't be as bad.
Oh, which other bow can you use that's just as funny, Crystal? I need to know this.
No, I think Crystal means that the bow that Vacationing has is just funny. Not that there is another bow that is as funny.
Oh, okay. My brain misread that. Sorry. I mean, it's one of the more fun like texture packs, but like in terms of like how things line up, if you've learned really well some of the lineups with a more standard bow shape and standard item shape, it can be harder.
I agree.
Even though it's really fun.
Like I've attempted, like I'm playing on wooper setup, like when I show them something sometimes, for like when we're practicing, and I have major issues aiming with that bow since I'm just not used to it. Alright, yeah, wooper is going exactly for the route that I was talking about. Ice ring, we'll find the leaf there. We'll go up to Oasis right after, find bombs, power bracelets, and the last shard. Might even just send it straight into Earth Temple afterwards. Might still clear Bomb Island because they're right there.
Is this kind of Bonbei's MO with, especially if you're going into a long dungeon, try to get a decent amount, as much overworld as you can first?
I assume so, yeah. Especially with ET, you want to kind of like clear as much as you can. Skip as much as possible in Earth Temple because Earth Temple is just that slow. So yeah,
this is my first time getting to watch her race, so I just don't know what her MO is.
I don't know if that is hers especially, but like that's like the general idea for Earth Temple. I do think she's asked that in the Discord before, and I think others have like replied with that. That is basically like very common to do that. Oh, interesting. Taking the pot with. She might not know that you can activate it once. And it just stays activated. That's funny.
Well, I think bringing the pot was very cute.
It is cute. I agree. Right, it's just either spiky or she. I mean, she probably peeked. She has her telescope equipped, so I assume she peeked it. So let's hope that wooper will do this check too, as long as it's not like a second bottle or something.
A good toss.
There's the leaf.
Leaf for wooper.
Oh, basketball action. Yo, Bacon. How was the weekly? Unfortunate. Happy 1 hour. True. We passed the 1 hour mark.
There we go. What? Really?
That MacTail.
What's that MacTail doing?
It was
also.
We have quite the race here too.
Hey Bacon, welcome in.
There you go, Bonbei. Well, yeah, to summarize what our race has been, our hint has we have a mail to Forsaken Fortress.
Mail.
Hint. More mail. Our Forsaken Fortress hint so far was Grandma, for Wallet, 4 for Walrus Pearl, 4 Hookshot.
Yeah.
For pick and yeah, which then locked bombs on top of Cabana. Probably, we assume that that was the hint and not just the hookshot, because the leaf is in Ice Ring with a bow in FF, and the second bow on Cyclos. So that's kind of what's happening in our race here.
It's been good.
It's been a lot of fun. So far, Bonbei's route has worked out a little bit better, but because wooper has had some pulled off some strats, I think that helped them with like just doing some things a little bit faster. So we are pretty even currently. Bonbei has to do some of the windfall checks that Wooper's already done, while Wooper has to do some like Oasis here still, which Bonbei has already done. Do I still exist? My stream froze. Am I still there?
Ah!
Okay, apparently I'm still there. I can't.
Those rats are getting in the way of setting up their skew. There we go.
And we'll see creep over on Bonbei's side here. We know that the transparent chest is nothing because we peeked that earlier. But creep we have not seen yet.
Do we have any Becreepers in chat?
Oh, did Bonbei? Oh, Bonbei did talk a little bit. I missed that because my stuff froze. Also, did Bonbei already get the note to mom mail?
I don't think so.
Don't believe so. Okay. True, no, I do think it was nighttime at Bomb Island when she was at Bomb Island, so. Alright, here goes last shard for Wooper. Now they're missing sword and light arrows. We'll see what they do from here. It might be to just send it into Wind Temple. The other option is doing Bomb Island here still. Since they are right next to it, Bomb Island would make sense.
I mean, you are next to it, but also, like, check density. Isn't ET gonna be your density?
Definitely, obviously. But like, I think the one scary part is also the fact that if my last bow or like if one of the items is still in Overworld,
yeah,
it's so likely that the boss has my last item that I can go mode the entire thing. Which ET go mode is really, really
much
fast.
better. Yeah.
Since you don't need anything, you don't need a small key, you don't need big key, if you know the storage route, that is, obviously. But you don't need anything, which makes it really nice. Which is one of the other reasons why you want to try and skip as much as possible of, like, do as much Overworld sometimes as you can, to see if this is, if you can skip as much as possible in Earth Temple. But yeah, Wooper will get the mail here. That's another good reason, like, just to be here. And then get the note to mom here. We'll see what I go from there. Alright, what does Creep have? Creep has...
Treasure Church 25.
Loser. Creep, not Bonbei, if that wasn't clear.
The Creepers, today was not for you.
Creep is in shambles. As per usual. Yep, that nutshell is kind of wonky sometimes. Common Creep L. Could not agree any more, Bacon. Alright, now Bonbei will get some gossip here. Get their fancy shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I think of that they have completed everything at Windfall, except Minenko, obviously, since Minenko is double picking.
We don't
up.
have our second pick though, so
Oh,
everything they can.
Going up Hopland makes sense. She's right there again.
Grab that last check.
Yeah, especially since she's still missing a few more things. Although she has not marked the sword on her tracker. I hope she's aware that she has 3 and not 2. But to be fair, yeah. So now we're picking up the note to Mom. And yeah, we'll see if Wooper will send it into Earth Temple afterwards. Oh, I think Bonbei is looking at the tracker, potentially, and not realizing that she went straight past the island. Oops.
Yeah.
Bonbei, turn back. Turn back, Bonbei, no. She can't hear us, she has AirPods in. Or whatever the meme was.
I have no clue what meme you're talking about.
I don't know, maybe somebody in chat has an idea. You can't hear us, they have AirPods in. I don't know. I don't know.
Someone in chat, if you know this meme, post it in the Wind Waker Discord for us.
If nobody got my back, I know Bacon for Prezi got my back. Oop, there we go. Bonbei realized. All right, I think Wooper is Wooper's going to Great Fish still. Okay, that's also going for the mentality of checking as much as possible before Earth Temple. Valid, but sadly in vain in this situation. But I might be doing the same thing. So obviously they don't know that it's in vain. I'm not telling them anything. Yeah, well, Bonbei on her way back to Operant.
Thank you, Starfall.
I was about to say, that meme isn't even that young. It's not like a current meme. That meme is already old. I think meme is like from when AirPods existed. I mean, I also miss a lot of memes.
I've definitely been on the internet long enough where that probably should have been something I'd seen.
All right, what is the right boulder and popper and half for us?
It
Spiky.
Is spiky.
Double picto. Straight back to Windfall it is, I would assume. We'll see if that is worth anything. If not, then obviously it depends on if Wooper just decides to do the same thing, but otherwise skipping those checks could give Wooper a little bit of a lead. Since I'm assuming they will neither will be skipping Big Pig, since you're going to Outset anyway to go to Windfall. You're going to Outset to go to Windfall, sure. You go to Outset to go to Earth Temple anyway, and there's probably no reason not to do Big Pig at that point. Nice little arrow refill on Needle Rock, very nice. All right, and now where will Wooper go? And what will Menenko have for us? Tingle Statue. Alright, Wooper also decides to go for Windfall, so no lead gained there. Checking out Creep. Well,
for a second, I was curious if that was an intentional hint check, and then I was like, oh no, that wasn't an intentional hint check.
Bonbei now going for... Oh, Bonbei still checks out No to Mom, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to forget about that, in case that's anything. Might want to check that after getting... Oop, another Coral Talk moment. Might want to check that after Big Pig, since being at Big Pig at daytime allows you to heat the pig, which we all love.
I saw earlier we had some folks excited about it. So, if you are a fan of the pig eat, it looks like you're getting your day today.
Big Pig, no command, we're on 002. 002 sucks. No, I'm kidding. Trace got us. Wooper finding out why nobody likes creep. And everybody who does like creep is wrong. Oh, Bonbei apparently forgot to buy bait.
Yeah,
Let's catch up
Bonbei had
here.
just bought 2 highway pears.
Alright, now Wooper will have their fun little chain going to paw print and learning that we have to come right back. Always love to see it. Alright, Trace, what gift do you have for us here? That's awesome. Thank you.
Bye.
Alright, now it's time for the pig eat.
Yeah, let's go pig. What a big boy.
He is chonky.
Gonna get some good skew. A little more skew than that. There we go. That's some skew.
I might add far behind.
And a good eat right across the water. Beautifully done.
Yep, there's a Lux Picto for Wooper. And just another turtle charge. Overworld losing. Going into ET would have been the right play, but an understandable decision not to go for it.
Because they don't understand the joy that bait strats bring to the life of the viewers.
Some people like doing it. I also do it sometimes. Checking out that multi-normal. Oh, nothing. Well, that is quite unfortunate. But luckily for either one, the other is doing the exact same thing, so nobody is losing to the fact that that they haven't done somebody skipped a lot of overworld while they have done it. Bonbei definitely having a slight lead here. They do still have to pick up the shard from the top of the island, which Wooper has already picked up, but Wooper still has to go to outset and get big. So this was definitely a very tight race.
Mm-hmm. A tight race is an exciting race.
I mean, they will find out right now, I guess. Oh, well, maybe we might have to go a little bit close to the island there. Oh, okay. Wooper is just deciding to send it, not caring about Big Pig. Maybe because they just...
I mean, right, you get exited out of Earth Temple. If you have to Big Pig, it's right there.
That's true. That is actually might put Wooper back in, or evens it out exactly. They were exactly at the same place. So this is extremely tight right now. Oh, Wooper pulling ahead. There's the Triforce cutscene that they've already watched. Every second counts here at this point. Oh, Bonbei going a little too far. No Wind Waker equipped to stop the boat because they just put the pair above it. Alright, this is still less than 1 minute difference. It was less than 30 seconds difference, actually. So this is very exciting. Stuff like who does left side or basement first can all be things that decide this race. Or any
the routing here is gonna... Routing and execution.
Yeah, I don't know
It's gonna be real good.
I don't know how many tricks Bonbei knows in Earth Temple. I know that Wooper knows all the tricks, almost, except maybe the fastest basement strat. I mean, they know it, but they are not confident, which is understandable. But I don't know how confident Bonbei is in the bomb push storage route. So we'll see about that. Of course, it is a double-edged sword in the fact that it is difficult. If you fail, that does lose a lot of time. And obviously, it also gains
But
time
if you succeed.
Exactly. Alright, and we'll see where the sword will be. Or the bow.
Sword and bow.
One we are expecting on Zelda, especially now that we found basically everything. If we find bait at this point, it's like actually bait that is like real bait. It's not even like a useless item like iron rings or deluxe picked or anything. It is actually just straight up double like a second bottle, double wallet, stuff like that. Oh, is that the sword?
Oh,
that is that's the sword. That is. Oh no, that's a rip unfortunate for If they opened the if they would have opened the curtain first, they could have stored this chest for the go mode. They can just store one of the checks on the right side, and I assume they will.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
They will probably still clear the floor master's room because they have been bit by that before. But depending on what Bonbei knows here, like I said, I don't know what Bonbei knows for Earth Temple. This could mean good things for wooper. Still to the right side. But if Bonbei knows the go mode, that is better for Bonbei here, because she could just do store this check. Okay. Does not at least do not go for that for the entire go mode. Oh, this might still not work.
Ah, so close, so close.
As soon as that puts them right next to each other again. We could barely be any more synced than this. This is crazy.
Oh my.
This is crazy. Alright, what do we have here? Oh, another spiky chest. What do we have here? What? That's really funny. Okay, wooper decides to store it. If it's the light arrows, I mean, it makes sense. If it's the light arrows, you don't care that it's the light arrows. Nice second try bomb push from them here.
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good.
We'll see if Bonbei has to find the big key, potentially, and where that might be. It might make a major impact on her race from here. Or she might just store this chest and wanted to like check out what that is. Yeah, we're climbing up a little statue here. Oops.
Very good.
Just drop metal to the wall because Wind Waker is reasonable like that. Wooper even has a small key, so they don't have to do the small key skip in the next video. They can just go straight from the door. Like I said, they might still do the floor master room because in one recent race they were got bit by the fact that they didn't do that, and their Gohma item was actually right there, and Zelda just had like abandoned it or something. Yeah, Sledge, it is crazy close. I do think currently wooper has the edge because they might know some more strats in Earth Temple than Bonbei does, but other than that, we are incredibly tied. Okay, we'll see what wooper does from here. If they just go for it and don't even do the Floor Master's room. Maybe especially since they have stored a spiky, which makes them think maybe I just stored the light arrows right there. Okay, they are still going to the first line. Fair enough. Don't wanna... Oh! Never mind. Oh, might be getting lost a little bit here. From the nerves. Maybe they realize that it's the small key and can just use that instead.
I don't think I'm familiar with this strat.
Okay, very much. If you jump on that, little like broken pillar, you can either with a leaf pump leave onto the next like bigger statue, and from there on top of the where the key door is, because you can't climb up the block because you have chest storage. You can't climb up the block. And you might have to stand a little bit further to the right, otherwise you might not. It might be better. But yeah, then. Alright, there's just a small key. It's unfortunate for Bonbei. Bonbei is probably looking for the big key. But yeah, or you could jump from that. We're struggling a little bit. Okay, let's move. There you go. Or you can just like leave on top of the block after you destroy the statue. Getting the dungeon secret here just in case. Ooh, sketchy, sketchy. Okay, not getting messed up by the floor monster here from Bonbei. There they go, very nice. That was very close. A little scary.
I really don't like the floor masters.
Yeah,
this might be my like least favorite room aside from like obviously the pit in the game.
Alright, Wooper's going for this. This is very scary. They're landing in a quite weird position. Okay, they're making it. Ah, another small key for Bonbei. That is really unfortunate. They're finding all the small keys while they're looking for the big key.
Okay. Oh!
Not high enough.
It's okay. They have soup. They have as much magic to redo this as they need to.
That's very true. Okay, we're designed to kill the Starfalls because it is kind of in the way. The head landed on top of the casket for a second.
That was so silly.
Alright. Wooper's almost there. We'll see if Jalhalla actually holds the key to victory, since we know that the spiky chest they popped into the room too early.
It's okay. They have soup.
Yeah, it's okay. They have soup. And especially because they enjoy having... It's nice to have soup for Jalhalla anyway. It's not even that big of a deal to do it right now here. Again, sadly not enough height. Struggling a little bit here, but they will get it, I'm sure. Voiding here is also very punishing. Like, not that punishing, because you can just get the... store the third crypt chest in this room.
Yeah. But obviously we'd prefer to not have to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, this time went far enough around. Chest is wooden, so I'm not the big key either. So Bonbei will have to keep looking, which is puts her further and further behind, unfortunately. She was really hoping that the big key would just be on the way here. Obviously for Wooper, that is the best case scenario. Wooper wants the big key to be as far away as possible. As long as they're not messing up the trick now. Now they just have to pop in here with the key skip. Oh, not right quite.
There we go.
There they go. They might be a little confused by the fact that I did not get the light arrows here.
Yep.
Yep, that not getting the light arrows there, that was a big wallet. Where will the big key be for Bonbei? How close will this race be? Everything comes down to that. Nice first phase.
Jalhalla really is a fun little boss.
I love Jalhalla. Oh, oopsie. Little skull. I lost their suit there, that's unfortunate. So the light doesn't disappear. Okay. Bonbei in the mini mirror room. I'm going for half room strats, maybe? I think I've seen him do the half room strats before. Oh no, actually, I'm going for the vanilla strats here, I believe. Oh, there goes the light. And with that the key location, this is looking more and more like Wooper's race to lose here. Oh, nice bombs getting both of those right there. And one last one. There they go. Nice 3-cycle on Jalhalla. And will it be the light arrows that everybody's expecting? Or will it be another bottle? Which is the last bait I could get here, I think. That would be
Let's find out.
crazy if this was another bottle. Yeah, as expected, it is a light arrows. Especially since we already found a second bottle on like expensive beetle, it would have been insane for the third one. Yeah, now for Wooper it is just Hyrule left. Oh, now Bonbei's going for the half-room strat thing, and maybe they just don't know that you can, like, shine those four wall tiles, like, really weirdly in, like, a 90-degree angle, or, like a... You do not think you can shine them from, like, the platform, like the elevated platform you can see slightly down screen. You could not think that you can shine that, like, against them from there with Link, but you can, actually. Well, that's quite understandable. But still saving a lot of time on doing this by not doing the entire room alone. And now I still hope that the big key is somewhere in here. That's nothing. And that's sadly also nothing, so it has to keep looking. That is really unfortunate for Bonbei that the big key is just in such a out-of-the-way location instead of one of the ones that were on the way. Their route worked out a lot nicer, but now the fact that Wooper just knew a couple more tricks than her caught up. Wow, those bombs look so crazy.
The model's doing what the model's gonna do. Ooh, nice. Sure double kill on those Stalfos.
Oh, clean.
Yeah.
It did not get rewarded. I don't think I've ever killed these Stalfos this fast if I didn't have light arrows. That guy was crazy.
Very impressed by that.
Yeah, there skips the Bonbei side. We're making their way through Hyrule. And we'll see how PG goes. I'm sure they're shaking currently, especially because they probably felt like their route did not work out in the sliders, so they don't know if they're ahead or behind. They might feel behind. Might not even know if Bonbei already finished. I think they don't look at race time. Wow, big key still not being a big key in left side. That is worst case scenario for Bonbei here, unfortunately. Especially if it ends up even being in the mini boss room, that's just not what you want to see.
More Miniblins. Hi, bye. Miniblins, I did say. But only very briefly.
Sorry, I had a whole cough.
Oh, no, you're good.
Coughing the soul out of my
So,
body.
I don't know if you think this, but some of the stuff that's going on here in Wintable also kind of feels like a lot of like homage to like Ikana Canyon back from our great old Majora's Mask time, and it just makes me happy, you know?
I can see what you mean. Yeah, Bonbei making her way through left side here. We'll see. Will the worst case scenario will it the key at least show up a little bit earlier than that? Bonk. Oh, still not dead, damn. Oh, no,
Okay.
No. Alright, PG one time. Nice opening shot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so close.
Very close. PG is very far away. It sometimes gets like it doesn't very difficult. But with the opening shot, they can still not get a spin even if they just go a little too early there. Might get a yeah, unfortunate. Got the nice quick shot, but they're now letting it slip a little bit, but it's fine. Oh, nice. That was a nice one. Oh, a very good one. Now it would be a spin part. Oh, very close.
Oh, yeah, there's the spin.
Still no big key for Bonbei.
Where in Earth Temple is this key?
Well, there's only 3 places remaining.
We're running out of options.
Indeed we are. Maybe they saw it right there?
Nope,
Nope,
not that one.
Still no, that's so unfortunate. Alright, Wooper got the final shot on PG1. Will they get a crypt shot? We'll find out. Bonbei freezing some moblin in the middle of some frozen pork. Yeah, BK on mini boss is like such the worst case scenario. That's really unfortunate, especially after their early game route and everything worked out so well. It's so unfortunate. Okay, will we get crypt shot?
Woo!
So close. Okay, yeah, a little magic refill arrow. Okay, we still have a chance for one crit.
Alright.
So close.
So close.
Unfortunate. The tournament nerves, I'm sure, are kicking in. Alright, will it at least not be on mini-boss? It is actually on mini-boss. That is really unfortunate and incredibly that is just incredible.
I am very pleased that the sound is not currently on Bonbei.
We can just choose where the sound is coming from, actually, for ourselves.
Well, I mean, I am choosing to not listen to that, but like, nobody needs those re-dead screams in their life.
Oh, tail on the wall. Nice, still gets the snipe. And very fast third cycle as well. With that, Wooper is done with PG. Very nice PG3. I got a nice opening shot on PG1, the rest was okay. PG2, sadly no crit, but otherwise didn't lose any more cycles. And PG3 was really good. Alright, and there's a rope climb potentially.
Yeah, because I think you were part of the conversation where we were talking about how the like Wind Waker re-dead screams are just the worst re-dead screams.
There's the
There's
big
that
key.
key.
I'm sure Bonbei is quite frustrated with that one, and understandably so. That was definitely one of the big parts to lose this race, actually. Alright, and now Wooper is setting up for grapple skip. Taking it nice and slowly. Nice. Not messing anything up. Park slide. Oop. Park slide. I will never forget that when I was young and we played, my dad was playing Ocarina of Time. My dad always called the readers in Ocarina of Time cuddle monsters to make them a little less scary.
Yeah.
It did not help. It did not help. Alright, first phase of Ganondorf complete.
The re-deads weren't the worst, right? The dead hand was the worst.
That's true. I don't think I ever saw that when I was a kid. Oh, missed that parry there. This one hit though. Nice. And well, Bonbei entering Valhalla now.
Alright, Zelda, be good.
Final phase of Ganondorf.
Do not friendly fire your friend. I just told you to not do that, Zelda.
She friendly fired her friend. A nice little train conductor even. And with that, Wooper finishes with a time of 1:41:37, I think. 38.
GG's. Very, very good.
Will we get any runners for an interview or not? Or we just... Okay, I don't have the race room open on my scuffed little setup. But yeah, GG's to Wooper.
Quite an interesting race.
It was so close when they both entered Earth Temple, and it could have continued to stay close, but sadly Bonbei, not knowing quite as many strats, got the worst case scenario with the big key is just quite unfortunate. That's the rando.
It was really interesting because the first hour there was a lot of divergence and it was like really cool, and then once we were really looking for those last few things started coming together, like great race to watch.
It really was a nice situation. There was so many divergences as you said here. It was really cool to see like Wooper focusing on the overworld while Bonbei getting like a little bit of routing with the early, like getting grandma right away, getting that hook shot. And then what I'm trying to say, you're getting a hook shot and then being able to just route the seed a little better, doing FF a little bit earlier. But yeah, just this ET kind of got where it was really unfortunate with it. If that big key was just on in Formaster's room or something, or like on any of the checks on the way to Valhalla, this could have looked a lot different.
And right, this is my first match that I was able to see with these settings. And I found it really interesting how it led it to like a lot of your barons were like single check locations, which I thought was really interesting for routing as well. Versus some of your bigger settings where you could get all sorts of really fun baron stuff. More like.
Yeah, the hits are pretty, like the baron hits are pretty straightforward in this. Great, that's true.
I imagine if it's just 2 dungeons, if you get a dungeon baron hint, that's really strong. And it looks like... Let's see if I remember how to do the thing. I don't remember how to do the thing.
Oh, you're joined.
Welcome in!
Joined by Bonbei, who's also in the waiting room. GG's, Bonbei.
Yeah, it's okay. I feel like I played this like decent. And there's obviously some tricks that I could have done that I didn't do, but I feel like the routing was decent otherwise.
Yeah, your routing worked out really well. Also, GG's to Wooper being joining us.
Welcome in.
Yeah, that was a nail biter.
It was so good.
You were literally like tied with like you were within like 20 seconds entering Earth Temple at the end.
It was so good, y'all.
And it was just
so
like,
what was the difference? Like Wooper, you went left side first, and I went basement first.
No, I basically close to Gohma.
Wooper used storage strats to get through, and you were looking for the key.
Yeah, I guess that's where I got stuck, huh?
Yeah, it was just so unfortunate that big Q really was just in the last possible location of it. I was talking about if it was like just on the way to Valhalla, this would have continued to stay really, really close. But it's just like randomizers be randomizers sometimes, unfortunately.
Yeah, I just don't know that strat. I don't know how to do big key last Valhalla. It's like a bomb clip or something by the pot, right?
But there's like a few ways you can, like if you have chest storage from a previous chest, you can kind of just like roll into the side of the door and you just like clip through. There's a storage list route, which I don't even think, like I don't think basically almost no runner has learned that.
Don't do the storage list route. It's so bad.
Because we just have, like, because having the storage from a previous chest is like that easy. Usually, I don't know, not easy, but like it's way easier than the storage list route. You just have to no bomb push for that, and it's like obviously like not exactly the easiest thing in the world.
But Bonbei, I did have to say,
yeah, what's up?
You did so good in the 3 Stalfos room. Like Advo and I were watching, we were like, we've never seen someone clear that out that fast without light arrows.
Same. I was saying,
Earth Temple just pisses me off. I'm not gonna lie. It makes me so mad to even have to see that little stupid blue marker on my map to go in there. So I'm just trying to like, I don't know all the clips, but there's a lot of casual strats that I know to go pretty fast.
Well, we wanted you to know we were really impressed by that.
Yeah, I want to know from Wooper, how were you feeling when you found shard after shard after shard in the overworld?
I mean, I thought I was gonna have to go to Hyrule at some point, but I started clearing the rest of the overworld, and there was so much emptiness at the end. So I was like, oh my gosh, this combined with the cliff plat, like 3-minute storage at the beginning, I lost. But I was very worried the entire time that the cliff plat thing lost me the race from the beginning. So
yeah, so on our side we saw that storage, but like you ended up getting all that time back because unfortunately Bonbei had such a rude bird. Like we were afraid that like even with the logo fixes there was going to be a soft lock for a second.
Yeah, it took quite a while. Like the bird landed far away, and then only like did the wind attack twice, flew away, and then at some point actually still came back. So at least that was still better than having to say more. But that was quite unfortunate on Bonbei there.
I'm worried
We were
about the
stressing
birds.
for a sec.
Something I noticed about the burn is if you take too long on the bottom floor, like to get up the stairs, or you bonk on the stairs, sometimes it'll stop block. But if I don't do that, then I'm not too worried about it. It'll come back eventually.
Yeah, there are some setups you can do to like land on top of the jail already. Like during the cutscene, you can do like 5 backflips, a side hop, roll forward, and then drop down and do a jump smash, and it puts you. That sounds way more complicated when I'm saying it out loud. I realized. But it puts you directly onto the jail, and like that isn't nearly as scary.
I think it was something like that. I've just never really looked into it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of runners who just like don't do the setup as well. I remember KitKat who like started doing like 2 backflips or something, and then just like rolls into the center of the room. It looks like he just starts doing his setup and just like nope.
Yeah, there's I think a couple of setups for it. So if you want to learn, plenty of options to find one that feels best for you.
When it comes to temples, I don't know. I feel like my Forsaken Fortress was pretty decent. I did like the Wind Waker dive,
Yeah, that was really cool.
that kind of stuff. But Earth Temple, I'm basically just playing it casually, except for the 3 Stalfos thing and the what was the other one I did? I did something else in Earth Temple, but I don't remember offhand. But I need to work on that temple a whole lot. Wind Temple is good. All the other ones I feel confident about, but I hate that one.
And then I had one other question for Wooper, and that is the spiky chest that we had that you stored. Advo and I, we were wondering, we were like, are you gonna think that's the light arrows? Is it gonna be like, we knew it was bait, but we were curious what you were hoping it would be.
I just didn't want to get chest storage again in the kill Floor Masters because that room is hard for me. So I just like hoped for the best that wouldn't like come back to bite me, that I didn't like void medley out and check what it was.
Yeah, that makes sense. How are both of you feeling about our fun little mail chain?
I'm not even sure.
Oh yeah, you're talking about it was pretty funny. It worked out for me, I think, because like I got to like play a whole bunch of songs of passing in a row, and Ghost Ship was dead, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, the route worked out a lot better for Bonbei because Wooper went to Outset first, like at the very beginning, while you did other stuff before that, and you had that bottle when you went to Outset, but Wooper didn't. So you got all that all those mail checks right away, and the hook shot, which made your routing a lot easier to deal with, and your overall overworld routing worked out a lot better because of that. And Wooper, even when they went to Outset and got started the mail chain, they still didn't get the whole thing and left at some point, so they had to go back to Diamond Step later as well.
Yeah, that was not great. I felt that it was pretty bad, but I didn't know like how to fix it at some point. I just kept going with the flow, I guess.
But I feel like it was well played, and definitely, I'm out of the tournament now. It makes me actually have to lock in and go learn the stuff that I've been slacking on.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Like, I agree. I really like the especially until Earth Temple, I agree that you played really, really well. Like, you got routing worked out well. You got some good storages and stuff. Like, the Forsaken Fortress route was really nice with the dive and stuff. Like, yeah, really cool. It definitely worked out better than Fupa, like I said. And then just Wooper got caught up a little bit on the very end. We were saying Wooper would have had a little bit of they were a little bit behind when they were entering Earth Temple because they still had Big, but then decided not to do Big, and just run straight there, and that evened you out entirely. And
yeah, not doing Big Pig was just a gamble at that point because so much of the overworld at the end was empty for me, and I felt like there was losing so much time by opening the overworld, so I just gave up.
Yeah, it's true. Since you got the other difference was that you got the headstone shard a lot earlier than Bonbei. Bonbei only got that shard when she was entering Earth Temple. So you
Yeah, I didn't.
had that, you had that knowledge while Bonbei was still clearing everything out.
Yeah, well, I was thinking about that. When I entered Earth Temple, I was waiting on lights and a sword. Do I go MSC? Does MSC have a sword or something? Can I go mode ET?
Yeah. And then that like made could have saved people a lot of time if they had decided after like Oasis when they got like bombs and houses and stuff. It was like, oh, I just gotta send it to Earth Temple and like skip Bomb Island, Great Fish, Needle Rock, and like Windfall Popcorn and stuff. But I decided to also like still check that and like kept it really close.
Yeah, and Advo and I were talking about how this was a hard one between, right, with Earth Temple, you really want to have as much stuff as you can going in, but like Earth Temple also had a lot more check density to find your last few things, and how that was just a tough decision for y'all to make.
Like, I found it in my heart. I listened to the Church of Bobby. I don't want to go in Earth Temple without full clearing.
I mean, it is a very common philosophy. It's like, it's just what a lot of people do. But I was talking about the mail chain earlier. In case you were interested what that path thing really was, like in case you lost kind of track on one, it was the mail to Forsaken Fortress. It was literally those 3 checks then for hookshot, which I mean technically could have just been the path because the hookshot locked the leaf. But then like hookshot cabana because the leaf was locked behind the 2 bows between the FF bow, which needs the bombs, and Cyclo's fire.
Leaf, I think, was an ice ring, right? Or Southern Fairy?
Yeah, with an ice ring, which requires fire ice, which needed the bow from Forsaken Fortress. And then the Forsaken Fortress bow, like the fire ice with bow locked on Cyclones. So kind of just like locked everything. That hookshot.
It's fine. I was really thinking, it's a common thing to ever go to, like, when you finish FF, you sail to Mother and Child to do Cyclones. I've done that a few times in, like, practice runs, but it might not be very good to do.
No, I think it's pretty far away. I think I would, like, stick with... The fastest options is probably just to warp to Southern Ferry and get the Cyclones at Shark Island. It's probably faster. We'll sail
I think I did that.
Yeah, because Forsaken Fortress is, like, so far to, like the outside of the coordinate. The sail to Mother and Child is really long.
That's tough. The difference really came down to whether I knew how to go mode Earth Temple or not, huh?
Yeah, it really did. And then obviously, like, the fact that we also got just not lucky with
Well, Wooper, it was good game.
Such a good game. Thank you both. Like,
Yeah.
what a joy to watch.
Thanks for having us. I'll play in the next tournament probably. What do you guys think it's going to be after we do this season of Miniblins?
Yeah, well, we are currently like starting to decide on the season 9 settings, which will start at some point. Just like I think in like May to June or something is usually when our qualifiers for season 9 are. And currently, since like Tanjo made that make a new dev build to try to test out some
like,
settings, so we'll try to figure out what. Yeah, we'll try to figure out what kind of settings we want to use. Obviously, we keep every season a little fresh. If you sprinkle some rupee sanity in there or something, like blue cheese.
I was hoping we weren't going to do rupee sanity.
It will be interesting.
Blast Souls, maybe we can have on, I think.
Yeah, that would be kind of fun. But yeah, we'll find out. Everybody do lots of season 9 testing. I mean, we might need a tracker first. That might help to have a functioning tracker of everything. But do season 9 testing. We need all the input we can get.
Functioning trackers are overrated.
It's true. Just don't track.
Alrighty. Well, did either of our runners have anything they wanted to add before I start wrapping things up here?
No, good to go, I think.
Oh yeah. Good luck on your next race, Wooper. Alrighty. Well, first of all, GG to both our runners. Y'all did amazing. And shout out to our lovely commentators and our lovely trackers that joined us here today. Advo, Vimilia, sorry, I'm getting destroyed by the pollen since pollen season has started. It's killing me. But thank you to our trackers as well, Lotta and Vibrant and Viola. Y'all did awesome. Let's see here.
Thank you, Crystal, for restreaming. We will not
Thank
pass
you. I know. It was great. It's my first restream back. Definitely wasn't stressed out just a tiny bit, but it's okay.
everything went well.
Oh yeah. Well, y'all are in luck, cause y'all are gonna be sent over to a nice little Ooter finals, you know. Ooter. Who's ever heard of that? There's nothing else on today otherwise.
Ooter.
Yeah. Oh no. Well. Anyways. Thank you for being here with us. And have a nice rest of your day. Say bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.